Hey guys, DC here, coming at you with another video. Kerwa, who is a relatively new leaker onto the scene, recently discussed the Pokemon game that's coming after Winds and Waves, which we've known is going to be codenamed Project Karasu. And someone asked Kerwa on Twitter, can you give us a hint as to what Karasu is? And he responded saying it's Legends 3, which I feel like we all kind of knew already that Karasu was going to be Legends 3, but this is the first time that it's actually been concretely said outside of, I believe Central may have said that it's probably going to be Legends 3 a while ago. But yeah, this is the first time we have confirmation that this game is going to be Legends 3, which again, I don't think is all that surprising. I think we all kind of knew that deep down. The bigger question is, and what I want to discuss today, is what Legends game is this going to be? Because if you guys recall from the Terra leak, it said that the next Legends game, the next game after Winds and Waves, was going to be Project Ringo, and Project Ringo was going to be Pokemon Legends Galar. And unfortunately for that game, it seems like we're going to have a very similar situation to what happened with Legends 2. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I'll leave a card up above to this video. But Legends 2 was originally supposed to be Legends Ho-Oh and Lugia before being scrapped in favor of moving forward with Pokemon Legends ZA. And it would seem from the code names alone that this is exactly what is happening with Legends Galar, because Legends Galar was tied to Project Ringo, and the fact that Project Karasu is now the next Pokemon Legends game most likely means that Legends Galar is not happening. I will say, of course, there is the possibility that they reworked Project Ringo into Project Karasu. I don't think that's going to be the case here, because if we look at Pokemon Generation 8 for Pokemon Sword and Shield, it was originally Project Rex when it was going to be Pokemon King and Queen before getting scrapped in favor of moving forward with Project Orion, which ended up being Pokemon Sword and Shield. So I would say most likely here, Project Ringo, which was going to be our Legends Galar, is not happening, and now we have Project Karasu, which again begs the question of what is Project Karasu? Like, what Legends game is it going to be? What region are we going to be exploring? So if we take a look at all 9 Pokemon regions, or I guess we could say all 10 Pokemon regions, because there is a possibility it could be a sequel to Winds and Waves. I'm not going to rule that out completely, even though I don't think they're going to do that. I think it'd be something cool to see, but I don't think they're going to do that again. We look at all the 10 Pokemon regions. Okay, so we're automatically taking Galar out because of Project Ringo. We're going to take out Kalos, and we're going to take out Sinnoh just because those already got Legends games. And yeah, they could make another Legends games in those regions, but I feel like if they were to do that, it would be much later down the line in the Legends series. So okay, that's taking out Galar, that's taking out Sinnoh, that's taking out Kalos. And while we're at it, I don't think they're going to do the Gen 10 region, even though I think it'd be cool to do. So let's take out Gen 10 region as well. So that's 4 regions out. So we have Kanto, we have Johto, we have Hoenn, we have Unova, and we have Alola as our possible regions that could be explored here. Also Paldea too. So we have really 6 regions that could be explored here. I don't necessarily think they're going to do a Legends Paldea right now because we just came off of Scarlet and Violet. So let's scratch that one off the list. So that leaves Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Unova, and Alola. All 5, I think, are plausible options that could be explored in a future Legends game. The one that's getting a lot of love right now in the Pokemon community is Johto and Kanto. And the reason for this is because the initial codename leak for Project Karasu came from Ball Guy, and if I could find the tweet, I'll throw it up on screen, because alongside that tweet, they included a picture of Murkrow, and people were saying, okay, Karasu in Japanese translates to crow in English, so the reason why he's showing Murkrow is because Murkrow is the crow Pokemon, Project Karasu is Project Crow, so it makes sense, right? But people are drawing lines in the sand saying, okay, wait one second, if Project Karasu is Project Crow, and the crow Pokemon Murkrow is from Generation 2, does that mean this game is going to be a Pokemon Legends Johto game? And I don't necessarily think that means that that is going to be the case here, although I do feel like a Kanto or Johto Legends game seems like the most likely to me right now. I don't know why that is, but I feel like Pokemon surprisingly hasn't revisited Kanto since Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee came out all the way back in 2018. By the time Project Karasu comes out, it's going to be 2028 or 2029, and I feel like a Legends game in Kanto is something they definitely want to do internally, so I would not be shocked by that. There's also the possibility of it being Unova because everyone wants a Unova revisit, and obviously Unova is in line for some sort of revisit because it and Johto are the two games that haven't been revisited in the longest. So that is also a possibility. Hoenn, I feel like probably is the least likely out of the five we're talking about here. And then there is an outside shot. It could be the Alola region. The only hesitation I would give for Alola is I feel like it would be way too similar of a region to Winds and Waves' region, given that they're both tropical themed, tropical environments. Would they really want Generation 10's main games to be this tropical region? And then Legends 3 coming right after that is going to be yet another tropical region. I feel like they wouldn't want to do that because they like to have variety in their lineup. Although I do think at the same time, a Legends Alola game would be something that comes out of left field, just like Legends EA did back on Pokemon Day in 2024. And if we're talking about tropical regions and how they wouldn't want to, do the same thing they're doing for Generation 10 with the same type of region, that kind of takes Hoenn out of this as well. So in my mind, for Karasu, for Project Karasu, for Pokemon Legends 3, there's three regions we're really looking at here. It's either going to be Kanto, Johto, maybe some combination of those two, or we're looking at Unova. I think those are the three regions that are in line for this game. Like, one of those is going to be what Project Karasu is, and if I had to put money on it, I really do think it's probably going to be Pokemon Legends Kanto, and honestly, I'd be okay with that. I made a video a while back talking about my ideas for a Legend Kanto. I'll leave a card above to it, but my ideas for a Legend Kanto were based off of an old leak for what Generation 8 was going to be. This Kanto region 100 years in the future that has been destroyed, and the Pokemon of the Kanto region have changed. Some have died out, new species have come in, different regional forms and whatnot, and that is surprisingly similar to the plot of Pokemon Pokopia, and I feel like, and I made a video on this as well, that Pokemon Pokopia's ending could possibly be setting up a new Legends game taking place in the Kanto region after the events of Pokemon Pokopia. So yeah, it might be Pokemon Legends Kanto for a few reasons. Number one, they haven't done a Kanto game since 2018, and by the time this comes out, we're looking at 2028, 2029. It's going to be 10 years since Kanto has been revisited, and they're going to want to revisit Kanto. And number two, it makes sense based on Pokemon Pokopia for them to set up a Kanto game taking place in the future here. And also, it's one of three regions that I think realistically are going to be revisited in Legends 3. It's either going to be Kanto, Johto, or Unova. So there's a 33% chance that it's the Kanto region, and I personally think that's the region they're going to explore. Anyways, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about all this. What do you guys think about Pokemon Legends 3 being Project Karasu? Are you surprised that seemingly Project Ringo has been canceled, Legends Galar is not happening? And given that that is the case, what region do you want to be explored in a Legends 3? Do you think it's going to be one of Kanto, Johto, or Unova for the reasons that I brought up in this video? Or do you think I'm wrong and it's going to be one of those regions that I ruled out earlier in the video? If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to see more content like this from Trainer DC. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.